feel like a multi-series podcast is airing inside your brain, broadcasting every awkward thing you've ever said? Heart racing, eyes wide at 2 a.m., you're convinced your cat is secretly plotting against you. But here's the series twist. There's no conspiracy. You're probably overthinking, or you have anxiety. While the two overlap, clinically, they're not the same. So how can you tell the difference? In this episode, we'll discuss the difference between anxiety and overthinking, and I'll share some tools to stop your brain from hijacking you. I'm Gabriella, therapist in training, sharing my grad school journey to engage, empower, and educate. Before we dive in, make sure you like and subscribe, especially if you want more therapist in training tools to help you on your grad school journey or as you consider a career in mental health. Dear future therapist, I'm Gabriella and welcome to my YouTube channel. As a psychotherapy grad student, knowing what my nervous system is experiencing has been a total game changer for helping me figure out how to respond to it. So let's start here. Everyone overthinks on occasion. You replay a conversation 47 times, imagine 100 worst case scenarios, or mentally spiral about what someone really meant by that text. Period. Why do you hate me, Jessica? Anxiety, on the other hand, is more than just a habit of thought. It's a whole body experience, and it lives in your nervous system. It's not just the story in your head, but how your body reacts. Your chest tightens, heart races, your stomach's in knots, sleep disrupted. Anxiety is when your nervous system is on high alert, as if danger is right around the corner, even when it isn't. Basically, your nervous system throws a rave you didn't ask for, and you forgot your glow sticks. So what actually is overthinking? Think of it as a mental loop. You're analyzing, reanalyzing, then reanalyzing the reanalysis. Psychologists call this rumination or worry. Overthinking usually happens in two flavors: past focused, replaying every dumb thing you said in 2017, and future focused, catastrophizing about things that haven't even happened yet. And here's the key. Overthinking is a cognitive style. It's how your mind is processing information. Annoying? Yeah. Clinical disorder? Not necessarily. Now, anxiety shows up in the DSM-5 in a few different categories: generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, social anxiety disorder, and so on. But let's keep it simple. Anxiety isn't just about thoughts. It's a whole cluster of symptoms. And importantly, these symptoms stick around for several months and actually interfere with your daily life. That's when we're crossing the line into a clinical anxiety disorder. So while I've never been clinically diagnosed, the way that I can tell if anxiety is creeping up into my body is that I get tension in my shoulders and neck. And for the longest time, the feeling of this tension in my shoulders and neck had become like this baseline state of being whenever my nervous system was trying to signal danger to me. So whether I was filling out an application for grad school or choosing the best health insurance, I would get that tension because my body was signaling danger, even though there was no bear. Recognizing these somatic symptoms allows me to call it out, drop my shoulders, and remind myself that I'm safe, I'm okay, and I don't have to live my life like a question mark. Because honestly, it's really painful. Plus, it doesn't really look that cute. So while overthinking is like your brain stuck in a hamster wheel, anxiety is the wheel plus your whole body thinking you're in danger. And here's where it gets messy. Overthinking often fuels anxiety. You start overthinking, what if I bomb this presentation? What if I let someone down? What if I end up living in a van down by the river? Your body goes into fight or flight. That repetitive thought pattern creates more adrenaline, more cortisol, and suddenly your heart is pounding and you're sweating under the covers, realizing that you'll never be able to pick up your niece from pre-K if you live in a windowless van. That's anxiety. Flip side, if you're already in an anxious state, your brain is primed to overthink as a way of regaining control. Maybe if I worry hard enough, I'll prevent disaster. So it's a cycle. Anxiety triggers overthinking, and overthinking worsens anxiety. Now you're trapped in a thought-body ping-pong match. Quick gut check. Overthinking, mostly in your head. You're playing mental chess with yourself. Anxiety, it's both in your head and your body. Racing heart, tight chest, can't sleep, can't focus. Your nervous system is running on overdrive, and time matters. Overthinking is often situational. You spiral for a bit, then it passes. Anxiety overstays its welcome, and it starts messing with your day-to-day. Anxiety is dude on the couch. So what do you do when you're caught on the hamster wheel? For overthinking, word vomit, aka journaling. If your brain won't shut up, park it on paper. Set a worry timer. Give yourself a 15-minute worry window, then stop. Easier said than done, but the more you build the muscle, the easier it becomes. Distraction through action. Move your body, shift your focus, do something physical. Personally, I do CrossFit. I've drank the Kool-Aid. And it's the one time a day where my brain is so engaged that I literally can't think about anything else. Except maybe that I'm getting man hands. Ew. For anxiety, lifestyle basics. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, reducing caffeine. Well, that's a big one for me. The boring shit. And if symptoms are severe or long-lasting, therapy. CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness, somatic work. In some cases, medication. But obviously, consult a doctor for that one. Grounding techniques. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, senses check, and deep breathing. Look around the room and identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. The basics are the basics because, generally speaking, they work. Bottom line, both are common, both are manageable. Overthinking doesn't automatically mean you have anxiety, but chronic anxiety almost always includes some degree of overthinking. Overthinking equals mental hamster wheel, anxiety, hamster wheel, plus your body ringing alarm bells. If either of these feel like they're taking over your life, that's your cue to reach out for support. You don't have to white knuckle it alone. If this helped, let me know in the comments what your mind tends to spiral on. Past regrets or future worries. Passing the NCE exam or starting your clinical training. I feel you. And of course, subscribe for more therapist in training, tips and tools, straight from a grad student's brain to yours. Dear future therapist, thanks for watching. I'll see you in our next session.